Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the Radke Show. I'm Melissa Radke and I am here going live at an Ulta with something incredible that is happening at Ulta, and you all, I'm just kidding. I'm not live at an Ulta. I'm actually live at a restaurant across the way from an Ulta. Before you get excited and think there's like some kind of march on eyeshadow, there's not. Okay, it's just me sitting across the way from an Ulta. Hope that you all are good this morning. Good morning as you hop on. Giving everybody a second to hop on today. Hi everyone, so glad that y'all are here. David and I just decided to come get breakfast this morning, and so he is actually inside ordering. I told him what I wanted. Here's what I told him I wanted. I wanted 2 pancakes and I want 4 pieces of bacon. I'm not gonna lie. I want 4 pieces of bacon, far more than I want the pancakes. Far more. Okay? And if he gets me the pancakes and he forgets the bacon, or he gets me the pancakes and he only gets me 2 pieces of bacon, I'ma be mad. I'ma be so mad. Okay? David is one of those guys that, hey Kendra Ball, good morning. David is one of those guys who only listens to the main part of anything you're saying, the gist. So like David would come out and he would be like, well, I got pancakes. I got the gist of what you wanted. No, the gist isn't what's the most important. That side of bacon, that's the most important. Let's see what he gets me to drink. I didn't tell him. We've been married almost 30 years. August will be 30 years. And David is the type of person that would still walk out the door and say, what do you want to drink? And I don't know why he does that. I feel like he should know what I drink. For me, because I'm sitting outside, I would drink a coffee with a little cream in it. He'll bring me a Coke. He'll bring me something cold. So, but you know what? What are you going to do about it? I mean, I'm madly in love with him. Can't kill him. Well, that's not going to be on YouTube. Now they're going to pull it down. So hi everybody, we're here, just give him a second, he'll be out here in a second. Today is We're Here For You Wednesday, but let me ask you guys this, how are y'all doing? And while we're at it, while I'm asking y'all how y'all are doing, kicking off our Christmas at Dollywood, you're gonna have the best time. It's so good. Now, I haven't been in years to Dollywood. I haven't been in years and years and years. But when I went, it was like so clean. Like Disney. They kept it like that. It was really awesome. Okay, here he comes. I wonder what he's got me to drink. I don't see any drink. Hi. Hello, baby.
What's that? Oh, the height?
Yeah, the height was good. So, did you get me anything to drink?
I thought you had yours.
Oh, no.
Did we get you?
Yeah, I'd like a coffee with a little cream. Thank you. So he just didn't get me anything? I want to be known. He's so precious. I love him so much. So there was a woman in there and she's doing a Zoom call, and I didn't want to plop down right beside her, but I kind of want to go inside. I'm chilly. Yeah, Tanya, he got me nothing to drink because he didn't know. Y'all, the other day, I think it was on Monday, may have been yesterday, but I don't think so. Someone said, Lacey Gleaton, one of our watchers, said that Melissa was being mid. I need to know what that means, because I need to know if I want to continue to be mid or if I don't ever want to be mid again, because there is slang and I don't understand what the slang is. And Remy told me another slang the other day. She was talking about this girl at her school that has like gone off the deep end. And she said, Mom, she used to never be this way. It's like, I don't know what's going on with her. I try to talk to her and I say, are you okay? You just don't act the same, Mom. She's a certified 403. No, certified 304. She's a certified 304. Is it a 304 or a 403? I don't remember. But do y'all know what that means? What does a mid mean and what does a certified 403 or 304? David, is it a certified 304 or 403? It's a certified 304. Heather says mid means just kind of meh.
What is this, an ad for Ulta?
That's what I said. We're about to march on eyeshadow. Lacey, what do you mean when you say Melissa is mid? Mid, I thought mid was like high and not low, says Carrie. Mid definitely means mid. These are the hard-hitting questions you expect to have handled. Huh? These are the hard-hitting questions. Yeah, what does real mid mean? And then, since you think you're so cool with your mid talk, you think you're like one of the young ones, what is a certified 403? No, certified 304. Yeah. Mid is average. Middle-aged. You were giving David a hard time Monday, and I was just saying you were being real mid. I know what you said. I'm asking you what it meant. But thank you for once again saying what you said, even though we all know what you said.
I don't think she knew it.
We are eating breakfast out. We got to go inside. It's cold. It's cold. And our breakfast is going to get cold. I think it's a site code. 403 is it's a site hold. No, first of all, it's not 403, it's 304. A certified 304 is somebody that gets around a lot. That's why Remy said.
I think if it's upside down, if you like turn it like this, I think it would spell hoe. I think that's what it is.
What?
If you go 304, and if you turned it upside down, it would be HOE. I think I'd need to write it to see it.
David, baby, he is getting up a phone to write it. He's going to where you can actually write in your notes up here. I don't spell hoe.
Yeah, I think
I can see where.
I think if it was written,
it would. Okay, that is terrible.
Did you ever have that as a kid where you're like, okay, take 875, times it by 8, divide it by 4, whatever.
36.
And then it was like
36.
Where did it come out?
I'm kidding.
It was like boobless or something.
Boobless?
Yeah, when you turned the calculator upside down, it said something.
Did you ever do this when you were a kid? Spell I-cup.
I-C-U-P.
I-C-U-P. I-C-U-P. Did y'all ever do that? Rocco did that one over and over. Noni, spell IHOP. I-H-O-P. You ate my pee. Oh, God. David, we're going to have to go in, honey.
I just don't think we can do it in there. It just, I feel like we'll have everybody in our...
It's cold. It's cold.
Well, let's go in.
Okay, let's go in. Hold on, Radke.
Are we taking them with us?
Radke components. Yes, we're taking them with us.
I thought we might get on later. It's going to be very awkward in there, I'm telling you. Because the lady sat there, so we can't even sit up against the window now. We're going to be sitting in the middle.
That's okay. We're going to answer questions today. Hard-hitting questions. Questions that Savannah Guthrie wished she could answer.
We need to stay out here.
Why?
We just stay.
All right, fine. Now I know what mid is. David was up. Melissa was bringing him down.
Oh.
So they were somewhere in the mid. Honestly, I have on this big, huge sweatshirt that I got at Vandy. And it was my favorite thing in the entire store. And it was on the clearance rack. And they had my size in it. And then when I went up there, y'all know what I did? Because this is your girl. This is what I've turned into. We're taking the Vanderbilt tour in a few minutes. Can you give us a percentage off? So this was on clearance, and then she gave me a 15% off. So this, look at it, and it's nice and it's long. And I just don't like this turtleneck. I don't like things being tied around my neck. They freak me out.
You look like one of those cheerleaders from the...
I know, from the 50s. I know, that's why I liked it so much. When Sandy went to Rydell High. Looks like what her cheerleading top looked like. And then she wore it with a skirt that like hung down past her knees. The temperature here is windy, and I think it was 50 something.
It is 57.
57 degrees and windy.
There's a breeze. Yeah, so it's kind of...
well, today is We're Here For You Wednesday, and if you are new to the Radke Show, first of all, what are you doing with your life? But second
We're making
of all,
it better.
Second of all, real tree or no? For sure, no.
No tree at all? I would say a artificial tree.
I don't think she meant...
I would say a real tree over no tree.
Oh, real tree, an artificial tree over a real tree every time. Every time.
Every day.
Every day. They're easier. You ain't rebuying something every single year. Ugh, come on. Okay, so yesterday was my dad's luncheon. And I went up to his office for this luncheon, and I went with my mother. And my mom never dresses the way my dad wishes that my mom would dress for these occasions. Okay? So my dad is a shopper, and my dad loves clothes, and my dad loves to buy beautiful, beautiful clothes for my mom. And when I went to her house yesterday to fix her hair, I said, Gene didn't pick this out. No, he didn't, Melissa. I want to be comfortable today. But that upsets, my dad doesn't like that. He wants her to go be the boss's wife and like look super nice.
A work luncheon isn't a place to be comfortable.
Huh?
A work luncheon isn't a place to be comfortable.
Right. It's a place to show that, I don't know, show off, I guess. I don't know. So he said to me, could you ask your mom to change? And I did. She said no, and I was like, well, I tried. I asked one time.
She's about to come. Last chance one time.
Who's about to come?
The lady with our food.
I'm cold. I want to go inside.
Okay. But we can't do it. We'll have to get on here later.
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It'll be fun. So we're going to sit here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm actually okay. My legs are cold, but nothing else is. But she wouldn't. Then she goes to the luncheon, and this is what she says. Like, be a woman that's just walking down the hall. Hey, I'm Annette Lee. I'm Jean's wife.
I've met you 75 times.
Honey, I don't remember names. I don't ever remember names, and you're going to have to forgive me. I'm dressed like the bottom fell out. I'm dressed just like the bottom fell out. What does that even mean? So now, not only is she... Hey, girl, hey.
And I'll be back with the pancakes and dessert.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
That's your breakfast. That ain't my breakfast.
Well, it is. It made more sense this way.
What did you order me when you got up there? I told you.
I was gonna just get you the pancakes, but then when I added the bacon, she said, it'll actually save you a little bit, and you'll get more food if you order it this way. So
But there's only 2 pieces of bacon.
there's another side of bacon coming.
But I wanted 4 pieces of bacon.
Oh, there's another side of bacon coming, and our pancakes.
But a side of bacon is 2 pieces. So you have 2 pieces and I have 2 pieces.
No, you have 4 pieces.
We'll see about that.
Now potato eggs.
But anyway, that's what she said. That was the funniest thing.
I
She's
don't mean
dressed
to be
like the
rude.
bottom fell out.
I don't mean to be rude, but I gotta eat before these frost over.
That's the truth.
No salt and pepper.
Okay. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand why we can't go in there. We are talking what we would talk at a normal level.
At your normal level, not 8.
Let's go.
No.
Yep. And I'm telling you. I am telling you. Come on, everybody. Come on. It's going to be fine. No, I don't. Whipped cream on my chocolate chip pancakes. I'm trying to lose weight, okay? Give me a break. All right. This is going to be perfect. David doesn't know anything. All right. Mucho better. Mucho better. Okay, this is much better and I'm much happier. And my coffee's going to stay hot.
They're going to complain that, look.
Thank you.
You want extra on the top, or is just inside okay?
Oh, girl, no, inside's fine.
Okay.
I just need syrup.
Yes, no, I'll get you some.
Okay. What do I do? She brought my pancakes, and there's no bacon. There's no bacon.
Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh, wait.
I was like, what? Now there's 4 pancakes and 0 bacon. I'm gonna kill him. Hey, baby.
You don't think they're going to have a bit of being on the wrong side?
Everybody. That was really the only thing that I had to tell y'all about my mom yesterday. My dad bought my mom a that didn't happen when I was in charge of the camera, did it? No, it did not. My dad bought my mom a Louis Vuitton purse several years ago when he went to Paris.
Yeah.
What the, David?
Thank you.
Can I get you anything else?
Oh,
We had another side of bacon, I think. Oh, perfect. I think it's... What?
this is like the amount of food that people in movies get.
I
This is so much food. My dad went to Paris several years ago, and he bought my mom a Louis Vuitton purse from the actual Louis Vuitton store in Paris, and it was really
From Mr. Louis.
special to him that he was able to do that.
And didn't he say it was actually a lot cheaper there than here?
I didn't ask.
Think about it.
Yesterday she got dressed, and I said to her, "Hey, the least you
Oh,
could do,
thank
thank you. The least you could do is carry your Louis Vuitton purse." I'm not going to do that, Melissa. I don't want to be that type. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go in there and be that type. Here's the boss's wife, and she's carrying a Louis Vuitton purse. I'm not going to do that.
But that's exactly why he bought it.
Yeah, he just likes to show her off. She can't stand it. She don't like it at all. So I thought that was hilarious. This girl walked by, and my mom said, "I haven't met you a minute, Lee." Amanda, it's so good to meet you, and I'm so sorry I look like this. I'm dressed like the bottom fell out. And Amanda was just like this. Okay.
Had she met her before?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. But today is, Poppy can show me off anytime. Ain't that the truth? I'm like, Dad, look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me. You guys, if you're watching the Radke show today is We're Here For You Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, we answer your questions. And we have 3 questions, and we're going to get to every single one of them. But we're going to still eat our breakfast. So we may talk to you with food in our mouth. Love us through it. Okay? Here we go. Our first question is from someone who says, "Hello. Now that Christmas is coming, I'd like to discuss gifting and regifting etiquette. I have some questions. Can y'all answer them?" Okay? So, here we go. Her first question is this. There's 3 or 4 questions, and they're just little about gifting and regifting. It'll be interesting to see what you all say. The first question is, do you always say, so I'd like to get y'all's answer, yes or no, just quickly. Do you always say thank you for any and every gift you receive, regardless of if you like it or not?
Are we waiting for them to answer? Or you want me to answer? Or?
I want you to answer. Of course, people are saying, of course, you absolutely say yes.
I would say you always say thank you. Now, like if it's a white elephant gift, maybe with some sarcasm, but yeah, you would always say yes. I mean, you'd always say thank you.
Hello, Innkeeper's wife. Innkeeper's wife is here. She normally doesn't get to do a live, but she's here today.
Because you don't know, that might have been the best they could have done, or maybe they thought it was and isn't it the thought that counts? Isn't that what they do?
I'm with y'all. I don't think one single person has said no. Not one single person. And I'm going to tell you something from someone who was not told thank you one time. when David and I went to New York, it's been several years ago, we went for work, and we went to New York and we went to the NBC Universal store. Okay, hey Terry Hatch, I love you. We went to the NBC Universal store, and lots of things were in there from Friends and all the shows, you know. And I found a T-shirt with Ron Swanson on the front of it, and it said, "You had me at Meat Tornado." Now, if you've ever watched Parks and Rec, then you know that Meat Tornado is a famous Ron Swanson line. And so it says, "You had me at Meat Tornado," and it's a picture of Ron Swanson eating a piece of steak. Okay, love Ron Swanson, gotta love Ron Swanson. There was a guy who in our town was mutual friends of all of ours, and he looked a lot like Ron Swanson, and people would tell him that all the time. I got him the shirt. All of us were eating out one day, and this was back when I actually worked on staff at the church. He was also on staff. So this was many moons ago. He was also on staff, and I took the shirt out at the table. Everybody from the staff was there. I took the shirt out and I handed it to him, and he looked at it and he laughed, and everyone at the table fell over laughing, and he put it back in the bag, and he never said one single word. Never said one word. He didn't say thank you. He didn't say I hate it. He didn't say why would you do this. Nothing. Didn't say anything. A week or so late, it was very awkward. A week or so later, I said, "How come you haven't worn your Meat Tornado shirt?" He said, "I don't have it anymore." I said, "Where is it?" He said, "I threw it away." I said, "When?" He said, "The day I got back to the office, the day you gave it to me." He said, "I thought you were making fun of me." I said, "Dude, I bought that in New York at the NBC store. That was like $60. I said, "Why would I ever pull something out and give it to you and make fun of you in front of it?" What? Everyone that says you look like Ron Swanson, I actually just bought you a shirt with it. Like, okay. And I turned around and walked out of his office. I thought it was the rudest thing that anyone has ever done to me. One of the rudest. Jimmy?
Yeah.
I thought it was so incredibly rude. I don't know if you have ever... I mean, he obviously did not know me. I would never, ever...
Spend your money on a joke.
No, that I would do to Jeremy, but not to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, you should always say thank you, even if the gift is... even if the gift is a teasing gift, you should say, you know, okay, you got me. You got very well played. You got whatever. But you say something. Her second question is, I like this one. Are there gifts that you just acknowledge that you received, knowing that you're going to regift it based on who gave it to you? You don't even open it, because we all have that closet. Are there gifts that you acknowledge that you received, knowing full well you're going to regift it, and you don't even open it? It's a little confusing, the question. I think essentially what she's asking is, first of all, of course you acknowledge that you got it. Of course. Secondly, do you not even open it? Does it just go to the regifting closet? Yes or no? Do you reopen? Yes or no, you don't reopen?
When you say not open it, are you talking about the gift wrapping? Oh my Lord, I know it's from them. Or are you talking about tear into the box?
Okay, let's say Terry Hatch gives me a gift. And Terry Hatch, let's say she's my cousin. She's given me several gifts through the years. I've never liked one of them, because Terry Hatch always makes her own gifts, and she crochets. And she knows I don't like crocheting, but she does it anyway. When Terry gives me a gift and it's wrapped in her wrapping, and I know it's from Terry, do I open it, or do I just put it in the closet? Cheryl says, you always acknowledge and you always open.
You have to open it. Because what if this was the one time she didn't crochet you know, whatever, a placemat? Mm-hmm. Or what if there's something on it that at the next whatever she'll go, do you know where I found that? Or, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you got to have at least a little bit of information not to...
Okay. I have a question for you guys. I have a question. Here's a good one. This is actually a true story, but the names have been changed to protect the innocent. But I'm curious as to what y'all would do. My mother never watches this show, so she's not going to see me. She's not going to know that I talked about this, or she would kill me. She would kill me dead. I'm changing up a couple of things, but not much. My dad has had 2 kids graduate in the last couple of years, graduate from high school, that he loves. Either with one, the parents of the kid graduating are very, very, very dear friends of my mom and dad's. And the other one is not a first cousin of mine or anything, but like a second cousin removed, and he just has always had a heart for this kid. 2 graduates, 1 college, 1 high school. My dad went to both of the graduations, a college and high school. After both of them, he went up and hugged them, and he shook their hand, and he slipped $1,000 into their hand. No, I'm sorry. Into their pocket. That's what he did. Into their pocket. That this is what my dad told me. So I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, buddy, I love you so much." And he said, Uncle Gene's got something for you. It's right here. I'm putting it in your pocket. And they continued to hug. Okay? So he put $1,000 in their pocket while saying, "Uncle Gene's got something for you. I'm putting it right here." Okay? In both instances, he has never been acknowledged. In both instances. He has never received a thank you card. He has never even received a call. "Hey, I got to my car later that night and looked what was in my pocket, and Uncle Gene, you didn't have to do that." One of these kids, by the way, he is Uncle Gene. The other one he's not, but they call him Uncle Gene. My mom says maybe they lost it. Maybe it fell out of their pocket. But none of us know. So my mom calls
Well, I didn't know that.
one of the moms. Calls and says, "Hey, this is very embarrassing for me to ask. And I'm not asking because we didn't get a thank you. I'm asking because I'm concerned it didn't get to him. But when Gene was hugging blank the other night after the graduation, he put $1,000 in his pocket. And he even told blank, 'Hey, I'm giving you a gift. It's right here in your pocket.' Uncle Gene stuck it right in your pocket. But he's never been acknowledged for it. Not that we have to be," she said to the mom, "not that we have to be, but it was just odd that we weren't, and I need to make sure he." The mom said, "Oh my gosh, I will absolutely find out." The mother has never said another word to my parents, and the son has never said anything. Not even the mom has come back and said, "Hey, he got it, and he did not write a thank you note, and I am furious." Nope, she's never mentioned it, and she didn't even send a thank you note. What would you do about that?
Well, that clearly means that it wasn't lost. They did get it.
Why do you say that?
Because they absolutely would have said, "No, they didn't get it. He must have lost it," or, And that should tell you why the child didn't say anything.
That's what Lynn Wilson just said. They learned that from their parents.
Yeah.
I thought it was awful, but my dad said, "Don't worry about it." That's what my dad said, "Don't worry about it. Annette," because my mom was mad. "Annette, don't worry about it. Those teenage boys will grow up someday, and they'll need a job. And they might even come calling on old Uncle Gene, who has a business. They'll need something. They ain't gonna get it. They're not gonna get it." Man, I don't understand stuff like that. Let me tell you, if Rocco was 21 years old and had $1,000 in his pocket and never thanked the person, I would literally say, "Rocco, can you come over? I'm gonna make dinner tonight." And he would come over from his apartment, and I would say, "Before we have dinner, go wait for me in my room," and then I'll get David's belt and I would beat him.
If Rocco, like this has probably happened, if Rocco was at a ball game and I don't know, like one of our friends goes to the concession stand and he happens to be there and they go, hey, do you want something, buddy? And he goes, yeah, just a Coke. And they get him a Coke. Radke was going to say thank you. And he should. I mean, but again, that's been, you know, ingrained in him that you say thank you, whatever it is, no matter how big it is, you know.
Agreed.
If someone holds the door for you, thank you, you know, I mean.
That's actually a big win that David has always said to Remy, hey, when you go to a gas station or you walk in the movies or you're at the grocery store and a man that you don't know holds the door open for you, look him in the face and say thank you. David said that is just being human. That's being a good citizen. Okay? Women who walk in doors that men hold open for them and they just walk on in and don't even say anything, David said, you try your best to look him in the face and say thank you, but you certainly say thank you, sir. You certainly do that. It's the least that you can do. Like, just do it. If I raise a boy to have the common decency to hold the door, I'm also going to raise a girl to have the common decency to acknowledge it. Y'all should be doing that with your girls too. Her last question.
I've never done this, but someday I'll do this. When you clearly like stop and let somebody in traffic, maybe you flashed your lights at them, there's no question that you went out of your way to kind of help them, and they don't acknowledge with a head, a hand, whatever. Oh my Lord, I want to get up and cut them off so bad. So bad. Mm-hmm. I just think it's so terribly rude. But
okay, her last question. Is regifting within the family, now hold on, let me finish. Is regifting within the family a hard line no? Or is it okay if you do not live in the same state? That is tricky. Because what if I regift Melba's gift and then one day Melba is on the phone with my Aunt Beth and she says, oh, Melissa got me the sweetest thing.
I think that's a little too, like if it was a friend, I think you got to keep it out of the circle.
I'm with David on this, and I'm with Denise Harlan on this, and I'm with some of the others that are saying, oh, that's sticky. I think that's a no. I think it's a no. It really, it's sticky. That's sticky to me. That could end up biting you in the butt, my friend. That could end up biting you.
Yeah.
Not cooked enough. Okay. Although some are saying it's okay if the family is divided and don't live close to one another. But I like Lynn, who said, you should only regift to different circles. There we go. Our second question. I thought this was a great question. I'm so glad that somebody asked it. They were like, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, or if it's too personal. No, it's a wonderful question. I've heard you say many times, David and Mel, that you don't have insurance and are self-pay. I know y'all do go to doctor's appointments and have procedures done. I was just wondering what the rationale is in not getting insurance and paying out of pocket. David is a super smart guy, so I'm sure there's some sort of reason. I'm asking because my husband was just laid off his job after working there for 29 years. We have to decide whether to take the COBRA insurance or just do self-pay, and I thought about you guys. Any insight you could bring, I'm thankful for. That's definitely a you question.
Oh, you don't want to answer that one?
No, I don't know.
Well, I actually think it's probably something that I should, reevaluate because it's been a little while, but I feel like it's going to be very similar. The insurance market for individuals is brutal. I mean, it is so astronomically high.
Individuals mean singles or?
Anybody that doesn't work for a company, that doesn't go through some kind of a company insurance plan. We even looked at a couple of group plans. I can't even think off the top of my head, Texas Farmers Insurance or something, where they kind of get a group together to do that. Still wasn't very good. The other thing, even we just briefly looked at what the government was doing. And because it's a PPO, I think that is, and there's only certain ones that do it, the closest primary physician was going to be like an hour and a half away. So the expenses were just way, way too high. or just didn't make any sense. So what we actually have done is two things, and it's actually worked out, I think, relatively well. Now, we have had, several doctor's appointments and a couple of procedures, but nothing major. But
Like we haven't had a kid break an arm or anything. Oh yeah, we have a pinky.
Yeah. So we actually have two things we do. One, we have a concierge medical doctor, which if you're not familiar with that, you'll hear them say concierge medical doctor, you'll hear them say VIP, maybe a couple other names, but we pay a certain amount every month to have access to our doctor's office. Then in return, we do have like a $20 copay if we go in, but everything is at cost. So our shots are at cost.
My mammogram.
Anything like that, all those things are just at cost. Mm-hmm. It's not like a normal doctor's office would have additional things because we're already in that concierge plan. The other thing nice is that we get lots of telehealth calls or text, and so a lot of times we don't even have to go in and do that. So that helps us on the day-to-day type stuff. Then on the bigger picture, the catastrophe more stuff, if you will, we've gone with is it health sharing?
Christian health sharing.
It's like most of them are Christian based, but it's like a health sharing account where you put in an amount every month, and then if you have an expense, you submit that expense, and after a deductible, you get it paid back. So there's some aspects of it that kind of feel like where you're paying a fee every month, then you have a deductible, and then your thing's covered. There's some insurance type elements, but it's all done through kind of the individuals and the companies. So we've had to use that a couple times on the procedures, and it's worked really well. So the last thing I would say too is look into prescriptions. Made me real nervous, but if you haven't heard of GoodRx, check out GoodRx because you can get a lot of good deals on your prescriptions. Some people say even if you have insurance, you can get better deals on GoodRx too. So it was a big fear of ours, but it's actually worked out pretty well. And the last thing on Cobra, from what I remember when I kind of oversaw HR stuff, Cobra is so drastically high. So, if you can wait, I think you can always retroact it. So if you wait to that 6 months or whatever it is and something terrible happens and you need it, then you can go back and do it. But it's so drastically high. I think generally it's like at least twice as high as whatever you were paying with your company. So there you go.
Very good. Last question for today, and then we'll let y'all go. I don't know who wrote this email. I literally don't know. They did not sign their name, and their email is something that it has no name in it whatsoever. It's like race car girl. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know who did this, but I would like for them, hear me, I'd like for you to reach out to me, melissa@melissaradke.com. Okay? Because when I read this email, I felt your heart in it. And I just want to talk to you, make sure you're okay. Melissa, we are hurting financially and barely living paycheck to paycheck. I'm really having issues keeping a positive attitude and not getting jealous of others that have money. Our son just got back from a cruise with his future in-laws, and I don't even want to ask how it went because I'm so jealous. I grew up with parents on food stamps. Now, we're not to this point yet, but I just feel beneath people that can afford things. My son is on a team with school that travels pretty far for games, and all of these parents can afford to stay overnight, but we have to drive 5 hours to the game and then 5 hours back the same day because we can't. It is his senior year, so the coach is trying to get in all the games they can for the seniors. I'm praying constantly to change my heart. Any thoughts on this? I don't even sit by the parents at the game because I can't relate to them, and I don't want to feel this way. I think that is one of the most honest questions that we have ever been sent. And we've been sent a lot of honest questions. But for some reason, when I read that question, it just felt so authentic and so transparent. And I felt for you. And do you think that you could just email me, tell me who you are, and we could just chat over email? I won't embarrass you at all. I'll never share what our talk is about. But let's just talk. But first of all, what is wrong with you that you think you're beneath someone? You are equal to someone in every sense of the word. Now, I don't know who you are, but unless for the past 5 years of your life you've been walking around with a t-shirt that says, we have $8.6 million in the bank, unless you've been doing that, nobody knows you by the amount of money you have or the lack of money that you have. Nobody knows you by that. Only you know you by that.
And can I add one thing there? If there are people that are known by the amount of money they have, I would venture to say 70% of those people do not have money. So they want to...
What do you mean by that?
I think people want to be seen as if they have money. I think they want to go places or buy things or do things or just carry themselves in a way that perceive that. And, you know, it's kind of like that old commercial, the guy's out mowing his yard and he's going, I'm in debt up to my eyeballs. So I think a lot of times we can look at people and assume because of our situation that, oh my Lord, they have it so much better, they have so much more, they have so much whatever. And I think that, I think if you really knew, like if we walked around with with the total in our bank account above our head, I think we would all be really shocked.
Those parents at that game, they don't know why you're driving 5 hours there and 5 hours back. They don't know that you don't have work. They don't know that you don't have a sick kid at home or a sick parent, an aging parent that you're taking care of. They don't know. You know, though. And so you are believing every lie that you perceive to be true about yourself and your situation. And then you're letting those lies dictate your life. The truth of the matter is, feelings come and go. You cannot trust them. Feelings are shifty, scheming, manipulative frat boys. They come and go, baby. They don't ever stay. They come and go. And you can't trust them, and you've let yourself trust them and believe them. And it's alienating you from life. Your son is going to say to his wife someday, I can remember when I was a senior in high school, my parents didn't have much money, but man, they drove up to every game. They wouldn't even stay in a hotel. They'd drive 5 hours there and 5 hours back just to watch me play. They'd sit with the other parents in the stands and cheer my name. That's what he's going to remember. The very thing that you are upset about is the thing he's going to remember the most.
And you know, and I'm just trying to give you an alternative thing to play in your head. There's somebody on that team that their parents are there or a parent is there and they won't have that memory, or if they have the memory, it will be, they never just let me go out of town. I mean, like they always felt like they had to come, not because they even watched the game, they were on their phone the entire game, but it kind of stuck it to my other parent that they went and the other parent wouldn't go. And then we go to the hotel room and we wouldn't even talk, or they would, maybe both the parents were there and they just would scream and yell at each other the entire time. So there's so much perspective to it. There are people we know even right now that are in that other 20% that have plenty of money and they're going through a horrific divorce. And I promise you, they'd rather be in your situation than all the other crap that they're going through.
In a nutshell, what David is... This woman is so loud standing here. Lord.
She said the same thing to you.
I think the one thing you need to understand is that perspective changes everything. And I don't know what your beliefs are, but there's something going on in my life right now. And so I was listening to a preacher yesterday, and he was talking about, what does God see? What does God see? I mean, I know what we see. We see lack. We see not enough. We see bills. We see sickness. We see our situation. But what does God see? And so I just remembered the song that says, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. And that's really what you need right now. You need to see things the way God sees them. You need to see your situation the way he sees it. Because I think that, first of all, you would be stunned to know how many on this app right now are feeling the exact same way you are. I think you would be shocked. Honestly, I think you'd be shocked. And I could easily tell you, you need to go start a grateful journal and write down 3 things that you're thankful for every single day. But when you're swimming in the deep end and the sharks, aka bill collectors, and mortgage, and all these things are swimming around you, a grateful journal is not really at the top of your list right now. So if all you can do is just say, let me just see this the way you see it, maybe I'll understand it better, then start there. That's a good place to start.
But I will say this, not to counter what you just said, I will say this, there is something powerful. Doesn't matter even your spiritual beliefs, really. When you feel those feelings, when you feel that inadequacy, when you feel that jealousy or anger, if you will stop and just write down, start with one thing that you are grateful for, one thing that you are thankful for. Maybe it's your son's health. And at least start there, not in a trite way, and I know it's difficult, but if you will at least look and go, what do I have to be grateful for? I think you'll first of all see you have more to be grateful for than you realize. And I forget, and they've actually done studies where gratefulness is it fear or negativity or something, psychologists have done studies where it can't. So no matter, you don't even have to have a faith walk. I mean, just doing that, acknowledging this is one thing I'm grateful for. I understand what you were saying.
I know.
In that,
I know. Well, listen, you guys, that's enough from us. You've heard us blabber on for a while. This person that wrote this is going to email me at melissa@melissaradke.com and tell me who they are so we can talk. And I love y'all, and I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you again tomorrow, which is Thursday Things. And I saw where someone sent something in that they like, but we want to see from you all. So send it to us so we can show it to everybody, or just email us about it, okay? Have a wonderful day. We love you guys. Bye.
See ya.